is the Lexus Sports Extra with Josh Moser, Mike DePasquale, Donovan Campbell, and Drew Rosenhaus.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lexus Sports Extra. What a day in the NFL. We saw two amazing games. We'll have more on that later. However, we start this evening with the Heat. Always so much anticipation when LeBron James comes back to Miami. There's just a different buzz around the city when it happens. His Lakers at FTX tonight. Here's James just before tip-off, the patented powder toss. However, was the Heat coming out smooth? Bam Adebayo on the receiving end of the alley-oop, 14 for him. Still in the first, Jimmy Butler forcing the turnover. Bam goes to the ground, comes up with it, gets it back to buckets. Defense to offense, that's Miami Heat basketball. They're up 7. Still in the first, Dwayne Dedmon gets fouled hard by Russell Westbrook. Still gets the bucket to go. Heat lead by 14 after 1. Second quarter, Duncan Robinson getting hot. Remember, no Kyle Lowry or Tyler Hero. Heat are up 20. Final minute of the half. LeBron trying to keep the Lakers in it. 3-point play for the former MVP. Lakers down double digits at the break. Third quarter we go. Butler spotting up from the corner. This pushes the lead back to 20. Butler had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 10 triple-double of his Heat career, passing LeBron for the most in franchise history. Under 2:30 to play, another 3 from Duncan. He had a team-high 25. Lakers' next possession, LA goes to LeBron, the hoop and the harm. He had a game-high 33, lead cut to 5. Under 2 to play, Bam kicking it to the corner. PJ Tucker, then 7 seconds left. Heat up 4. Caleb Martin gets the steal, and here comes the stamp on the victory. Heat win 113-107 and have now won 10 of their last 11 at home.
Find a way to win. That's a good lesson to take from any and every game.
If you could always guarantee this, where we'd be fully in control and then have to feel the stress and manage things in the fourth quarter, but we'd still come out with a win, every time, I would take that a lot.
We knew they were going to make a run. We were talking about it, and we had a stretch there where we were playing really well and obviously got up. But to have those kind of pivotal moments down the stretch, I think is you can never have enough of those.
They know me and I know them so well. Or I know Spo and Spo knows me so well. It was basically like playing chess.
The Dolphins wrapping up their first round of head coaching interviews this week, looking for Brian Flores' replacement. Here's the list. 7 total. Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn and Bills DC Leslie Frazier are the 2 candidates with head coaching experience. However, many believing the next front man should be an offensive mind like 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel or Bills OC Brian Dable, who coached Tua at Alabama.
Extra points.
For more of the Dolphins, we bring in our NFL insider, Drew Rosenhaus, who joins us from Kansas City. Drew, so far the Dolphins have interviewed 7 head coaching candidates. Of the guys that they've interviewed, who's an upgrade from Brian Flores?
I'm not sure any of them are. That's the depressing part. We've talked in the past that Flores did a terrific job, and unfortunately, he just didn't see eye to eye with the front office and ownership. Apparently, as it related to Tua and other issues, and Deshaun Watson, but I can't honestly sit here and say that anyone's an upgrade. They're just going to do something different, and my guess is they go offensive and with a coach that's going to have a track record with tutoring young quarterbacks and calling plays and just try and mix it up and go away from the defensive coach that Flores was known to be.
Second interviews taking place this week, Drew. What's the true purpose of that second round?
I think the second interviews are the guys that are the finalists. I think when you get to the second interview, those are the coaches that the team's most impressed with. I think the fact that the Dolphins are taking their time with this gives you an idea that there isn't anyone that's jumping out at them. Also, potentially waiting for a coach to finish their season, maybe after the Super Bowl.
Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers' season ending last night very unexpectedly. Dolphins Twitter erupting. Miami's got a lot of cap space next season, Drew. How feasible is a trade for Aaron Rodgers?
I would assume that Rodgers would probably go to a team with more of a winning track record. I wouldn't consider the Dolphins to be a favored destination. I think Rodgers will consider teams that probably have been in the playoffs and maybe have a deeper offensive skill set right now. And also maybe tough to get him to go with a new head coach or a brand new head coach. He'll probably want some continuity would be my thinking.
Dolphins fans can maybe put that one aside, according to you. So thanks so much for the insight. Thanks for making the time in Kansas City. We'll bring you back later in the show. Thanks.
Sounds good.
Drew representing Tyreek Hill at Arrowhead to watch the Chiefs try and get past the Buffalo Bills. And many believing the winner of this game would be the favorite to win the Super Bowl. We're going to pick it up first quarter. Kansas City in the red zone trailing 7-0. Patrick Mahomes, look at the protection. However, no one's open. Tuck and run. Everybody watch the stretch for the pylon. That makes it a 7-7 ball game. Great play. Third quarter, KC leading 23-14. Josh Allen from his own 25. Play action. Gabe Davis getting behind the entire Chiefs defense. Will go down as a 75-yard touchdown. Add the point after. It's a 2-point game. Chiefs add a field goal. 2 minutes to play in the fourth. It's back to Davis. A career night for the Orlando native. Bills back on top. However, plenty of time and 3 timeouts for the Chiefs, needing a field goal to tie. Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. And forget the 3, go for 6. Elite speed from Cheetah. It is a house call. Look at the finish, waving goodbye to the defender. Arrowhead going nuts. But back to Allen. Bills need 6, under 20 seconds to play. It's who else but Davis. 4th tutty of the game. Buffalo up 3. 13 seconds left for the Chiefs. Mahomes, clutch as ever. Travis Kelce up the seam. Timeout called. You bring on Harrison Butker, and he's going to line this one up from 49 yards. That is true, and this wild game continues. We're going to overtime. Kansas City winning the toss. They elect to take the ball, and Kelce taking the game. Chiefs walking this one off, 42-36. Head coach Andy Reid saying, when it looks grim, be the Grim Reaper. His players doing just that. KC's on to the AFC Championship game to face Cincinnati.
Nobody panicked, nobody really, was like, oh, the game is over, 13 seconds left, so, we just went out, made plays, and like I said, the rest is history.
It was a little crazy in the locker room, and everybody jumping on top of everybody. The guys are excited.
To be in this moment, this game against that team, and to make a play, to walk off a game at Arrowhead, I'll remember this for the rest of my life.
Obviously, it hurts. You don't like feeling like this, especially back-to-back years at the same place. So we got to find a way to be better next year and to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
NFC, Buccaneers and Rams in Tampa Bay. This one was wild. Let's get to it. We start opening ticks of the second quarter. Rams from their own 30-yard line. Matthew Stafford dropping back all day to throw. It's the connection that's worked all season. Cooper Kupp, the cut back inside 70 yards to the end zone. The Rams would lead 27-3 at one point. Fourth quarter, here comes Tom Brady trying to bring his team back, airing it out. That is Mike Evans beating Jalen Ramsey, and it is back to a one-possession game with roughly 3 minutes to play. Ensuing Rams possession, former Seminole Cam Akers fumbles for the second time. That's former Dolphin Ndamukong Suh forcing it. Miami Northwestern alum Levante David recovers. A chance to tie for Tampa. 4th and 1 from the 9. Leonard Fournette bouncing it to the outside for the touchdown. Extra point is good, and we're tied with 42 seconds left. However, Stafford and the Rams taking advantage. Bucks blitz. It's Kupp again. Just a go route. Gets behind the coverage. The Rams get up to the line and spike it. From there, it is Matt Gay from 30 yards out. The Pro Bowler nails it. What a game. Rams win 30-27 and will host the 49ers in the NFC Championship game next week. Brady asked about his future following the loss.
No, I was thinking about winning. That's kind of my mentality always, to go out there and try to win. Give my team the best chance to win. I haven't put a lot of thought into it, so we'll just take it day by day and see where we're at.
We describe it a lot of times in our meetings as a love of the game route. It's you're really never getting the ball. They decided to bring everybody, and that's really the best option at that point. That means a lot. That's a lot of hard work. For a lot of years going into a short amount of time.
The belief that we were going to go out there and do something, that never changed. So we get the opportunity there with 42 seconds, whatever it was, one time out. We love that opportunity.
Drew, just a crazy finish in Kansas City. You're there hopping on a plane right now. How surprised are you that it was the Chiefs pulling this one out on the last play?
I wasn't surprised. It was a start out from beginning to end. two of the great young quarterbacks in the NFL with Mahomes and Allen. Just an all-time great game. I think this weekend of games were the best I've ever seen. The 4 games were just sensational across the board. The NFL is the greatest.
Everyone's talking about that. This is actually the first time in NFL history, Drew, that all 4 road teams, what would have won, but it's the Chiefs playing spoiler. Are you surprised the road teams had so much success in this divisional round?
Not really. I thought every game was very doable. The bigger surprise would have been San Francisco. I thought San Fran winning in Green Bay was the shocker of the weekend, but the other games were all really close matchups going in, and looks like the Chiefs are the favorite right now to win it all right now.
Yeah, I would think so. Definitely the way that they finished that game. But I've got to ask you about Tom Brady. Everyone wanting to know if he'll come back. What do you think? You represent a lot of players on the Buccaneers.
I'm just guessing, purely guessing, and I expect Brady to be back. That's just a guess.
Drew, thank you as always.
I don't see him retiring. He's still too good, and they're a very good team. I think he gives it one more year.
44 years young yet. Very curious to see where all these quarterbacks go and where you go next. Drew, you're always on the move. Thank you so much for making the time. Safe travels.
Bye, Josh.
From the airport, he's the best. Let's go to the ice. The Panthers, the highest scoring team in the NHL. Cats near 5 goals a game over their last 10 contests. This one in Seattle against the Kraken. First period, Cats strike first. Anthony Duclair's shot deflected in by Seattle. Panthers lead 1-0 after 1. However, Seattle scored the next 3. Back come the Cats. Power play late in the second. Jonathan Huberdeau bearing it, 16th of the year. It's now 3-2 less than 2 minutes later. Huberdeau finding Alexander Barkov. It's another deflected shot in. We're tied at 3. Final minute of the period. Radko Gudas dropping gloves with Yanni Gord. We're going to give this one to Gudas. Of course, you got to go with the home team. Back to the game. Opening minutes of the third. Mason Appleton plays for everybody, putting the Kraken on top, and the road woes continuing for the first place Panthers. Cats fall 5-3. It is time now, everybody, to welcome our Donovan Campbell to the show. Donovan, the Panthers are getting noticed not only for their play on the ice, it's how the Cats are showing up to arenas.
That's right, Josh. The Cats are now stepping into an arena I'm familiar with, which is fashion, and boy, are the Panthers making it look good. For years, professional hockey players typically sported suits. Well, the Florida Panthers are no different.
Look good, feel good, play good, right? So it all belongs together. And when you put the suit on before the game, it kind of put all the fun aside and you approach it more like a business.
Despite the NHL loosening the league dress code, the Cats are still conscious about their couture.
Before, I didn't really care, but now you want to look good and, want to be a little special. So I think, I'm trying to get new suits, a lot of different suits, and like they say, look good, play good, right?
For Jonathan Huberdeau and the rest of his Panthers teammates, there are some fashionable felines.
She's got a stylist last year, so that she's taking care of that. I don't have to go shopping, so that's fine. I worked on mine throughout the year, and you guys are enjoying it, so I must have done an okay job.
And boy, did the Panthers' tough guy do a good job, figuring out an off-the-ice hat trick to top off his look.
I got a couple of good combinations that I keep going, and slowly you're adding up. So it's fun always to dress up before the game.
But not all the Panthers take their fashion so forward. Take Mackenzie Weegar, for example, whose superstitious mindset only allows the defenseman to wear a black suit.
I'm going to keep rocking the funeral suit, and they can keep looking great. I like seeing the pictures of them looking all snazzy and all swaggy before the games. If they look good, feel good, play good. So, as long as they look good and we keep winning, I'm going to keep wearing that same suit.
And I can't blame him. You know why? Because I'm superstitious myself, so I totally understand. Hey, but I can't lie. Hey, I can't wear the same gear, so I don't know if I could do that.
Well, that's why you're known as the Dapper Sportscaster. We can't do this without putting up some of your looks. So do we have a favorite look? What's your go-to that you rock?
Ooh, I don't know, man. Hey, as long as it's comfortable and it fits well, I'm all for it.
See how he's rocking the turtleneck, matches the pocket square. That's how it's done, everybody. Donovan Campbell, thanks so much. Gotta have some fun. Miami people care about the clothes. Next on Lexus Sports Extra, more on Jimmy Butler and his franchise best 10th triple-double, setting the mark playing against the previous record holder. Plus, one local pharmacist is using his knowledge of medicine to better understand the world of horse racing. We explain how the different skill sets creates an advantage for this horse owner.